topic is management of common psychiatric problems. It is comes in the last unit, management of the child with behavior and social problems. Now we will see common psychiatric problems. You have learned, you are going to learn in the psychiatric specialty in your third year also these conditions. Let us see the conditions in children. Okay, types of psychiatric disorders are mental retardation, learning disorders, motor skill disorders, pervasive developmental disorders, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, feeding and eating disorders of infancy or early childhood, tic disorders, elimination of disorders, other disorders. Mental retardation is sub-average general intellectual functioning that is accompanied by the significant limitation in the adaptive functioning in at least two of the following skill areas: communication, self-care, home living, social interpersonal skills, etc. Then definition: mental retardation refers to significantly sub-average general intellectual functioning resulting in or associated with concurrent impairment in the adaptive behaviors and manifested during the developmental period. Levels of MR are mild, moderate, severe, profound. Then mild level is IQ range is 55 to 80, capable of learning basic academic skills of reading, writing, arithmetic. Most people can learn vocational skills also. Moderate IQ range is 35 to 60. They are trainable mentally retarded people. They were usually not admitted in the public schools. They can go to the special schools. They need supervisory help, special teaching and training on the basis of the skills needed for day-by-day life. Severe and profound level. Severe level is 20 to 35. Profound level is below 20. These children usually referred below MR level as custodial. Then usually they remain at home or under some residential facilities. MR children you are seeing. Then learning disabilities are reading disorder, dyslexia, and mathematical disorder, dyscalculia, writing disorders, dysgraphia. Then motor skill disorders, developmental coordination disorder, impairment in the development of motor coordination, not due to general medical conditions, marked delay in the achieving motor milestones. That is, motor milestones are walking, crawling, sitting, where they are using the greater muscles, and dropping things, clumsiness, and poor performance in sports. Communication disorders, expressive language disorder. The difficulty with the expressive language interfere with the academic or occupational achievement or with social communication. Phonological disorder, failure to use developmentally expected speech sounds that are appropriate for the individual's age and dialect. Errors in sound production, that is substitutions of one sound for another. Use T for K, then omissions of sounds, then stuttering speeches. Disturbances in the normal fluency and the time patterning of speech, that is improper for the individual's age. Frequent repetitions and prolongations of sounds or syllables, then interjections, broken words, pauses with a word, audible, silent blocking, then circumlocution, that is word substitutes to avoid problematic words. Words produces with an excessive of physical tension. Then pervasive developmental disorders, impairment in the several areas of development, reciprocal social interaction skills, communication skills, presence of stereotype, behavior, interests and activities. The qualitative impairment that defines three conditions are distinctly deviant relative to the individual's developmental level or mental age. Types of personality developmental disorders, pervasive developmental disorders, autistic disorder, childhood disintegrative, then Asperger's disorder. Autistic disorders on the onset prior to age of 3 years, more frequent in the males or boys, then average or above average intelligence with an uneven cognitive skills. Symptoms are qualitative impairment in the social interactions, qualitative impairment in the communication, restrictive, repetitive and stereotype, patterns of behavior, interest and activities. Causes are genetic and prenatal environment, perinatal environment, postnatal environment. Mirror writing like this. Okay, they are having the difficulty. Then Rett's syndrome. Rett syndrome is a rare and genetic neurological developmental disorder that affects the way the brain develops, causing a progressive inability to use muscles for eye and body movements and speech. It occurs almost exclusively in girls. Discovered in the first 2 years of life is a genetic disorder, mutation in a particularly gene on the X chromosome. Symptoms are a slowing of head growth is one of the first event in the Rett syndrome. Problems with muscle and coordination. The child loses any purposeful use of her hand, stops walking and develops extreme social anxiety and withdrawal or disinterested in other people. This is the Rett syndrome baby you are seeing in the pictures. Then childhood disintegrative. Childhood disintegrative disorder is also known as Ehlers syndrome. It is a very rare condition in which the children develop normally until at least 2 years of age, but then demonstrate a severe loss of social communication and other skills. Childhood disintegrative disorder is a part of a larger category called autism spectrum disorder, develops normally through the age 3 to 4 years. Childhood disintegrative, a child who is affected losses communication skills, non-verbal behavior skills they had already learned. Symptoms are delay or lack of spoken language, impairment in the non-verbal behavior, inability to start or maintain the conversations, lack of play, loss of bowel and bowel control, loss of language or communication skills, loss of motor skills, loss of social skills, problem forming relationships with other children and family members. Then Asperger's disorder. Children with Asperger's syndrome typically function better than do those with autism. Children with Asperger's syndrome generally have normal intelligence and near normal language development. They may develop problems communicating as they get older. Asperger's syndrome was named for the Austrian doctor Hans Asperger, who first described the disorder in 1944. Symptoms are problems with social skills, eccentric or repetitive behavior, usually preoccupations or rituals. Example, getting dressed in a specific order, communication difficulties, limited range of interest, coordination problems, unskilled or talented. Asperger's syndrome baby, you are seeing here in the picture. Then attention deficit hyperactive disorder is a common behavioral disorder that affects about 10% of school-age children. Boys are about 3 times more likely than girls to be diagnosed with it, though it's not an yet understood why. Then of course all kinds, especially younger ones, act this way of times, and particularly when they are anxious and excited. But the differences with ADHD is that symptoms are present over a longer period of time and happen in the different settings. Then what is ADHD? It is a neurodevelopmental disorder affecting both children and adults. It is described as a persistent or ongoing pattern of inattention or hyperactivity impulsivity that gets in the way of daily life or typically development. Individuals with ADHD may also have difficulty with maintaining attention, executive function, that is brain ability to begin activity, organize itself and manage tasks, and working memory. ADHD subtypes are broken down into 3 subtypes, that is an inattentive type, hyperactive impulsive type, combined type. Inattentive type, trouble paying attention to details or tendency to make careless errors in the schoolwork or other activities, difficulty staying focused on tasks or play activities, apparent listening problems, difficulty following instructions, problems with organization, avoidance or dislike of tasks that require mental efforts, tendency to lose things like toys, notebooks or homeworks, distractibility. Then hyperactive impulsive type, fidgeting or swimmering, that is difficulty remaining steady and excessive running or climbing, difficulty paying quickly, always seeming to be on the go and excessive talking, then blurting out the answers before hearing the full question. Then difficulty waiting for an turn in line, problems with interrupting or introducing. A combined type, a combination of other 2 types is the most common. Then treating ADHD cannot be cured, but it can be successfully managed. ADHD is the best treated with a combination of medications and behavioral therapy. It is important for parents to actively participate in their child's treatment plan. Parent education is also an important part of ADHD management. Feeding and eating disorders in infants and childhood disorders. Feeding and eating disorders, if the child loses a lot of weight suddenly or is small for their age and does not seem to grow normally, it may be a sign that feeding or eating disorder is present. When malnutrition is not caused by a medical problem, it is referred to as a feeding disorder of infancy or early childhood. Then types of pica, rumination disorder, feeding disorder of early childhood. Pica is a disorder that occurs when the children persistently eat one or more non-food substances over the course of at least 1 month. Pica may result in serious medical problems such as intestinal blockage, poisoning, parasitic infections, sometimes death. Younger children with pica frequently eat paints and plaster, stringing hair or clothes. Older children with pica tend to eat animal dropping, then sand, insects and leaves and pebbles. Adolescents affected by the disorder often consume clay or soil substances. Rumination disorder. Children with rumination disorder repeatedly regurgitate or spit out of reach their food following eating. This disorder usually develops in infants or in children. It must last for at least 1 month before the diagnosis can be made. Children with rumination disorders do not show nausea, retching or disgust associated with their ruminations behavior and do not have associated gastrointestinal problems that can be accounted for the behavior. Feeding disorders of early childhood. A feeding disorder of early childhood is diagnosed when the child does not eat adequately and maintain proper nutrition. This disorder, sometimes referred to as a failure to thrive, leads to weight loss or to difficult to maintain normal weight. So this is a condition you are going to see in your clinicals very frequently, failure to thrive. The diagnosis criteria, the presence of one or more tics, either motor or vocal, but not both. The tics occur many times a day, either daily or intermittently during a period of more than a year, and without any tics, period of 3 or more consecutive months. The tics cause marked distress or significant impairment in one or more important areas of functioning such as social or occupational. The symptoms began before age of 18 years. The tics are not due to the direct effect of some chemical substances of some general medications. The person has never met the criteria for Tourette's disorder. Tourette's syndrome. It is one of the type of tic disorders, begins as early as 2 years and cause significant social and functional difficulties for children, more in boys than the girls. Diagnosis criteria: both multiple motor and one or more vocal tics have been identified at some time during the disorder. Although it is not necessary for them to occur in the same period, the tics occurs many times a delay nearly every day, or they occur intermittently for a period of more than a year without any tic-free period of 3 or more consecutive months. The tics causes marked distress or significant impairment in one or more important areas of functioning such as social or occupational. The symptoms began before the age of 18 years. The tics are not due to the direct effect of some chemical substances or some general medical conditions. Elimination disorders. 2 types of elimination disorders are there: non-organic enuresis, non-organic encorphosis. Non-organic enuresis is a repetitive wiring of urine, as you know, either during the day or night at inappropriate places. Enuresis is diagnosed after 5 years of age. Enuresis can be either of primary type, where the bladder control has never been achieved; secondary type, where the enuresis emerges after a period of bladder control. This condition will come in the behavioral disorders as well as in the psychic disorders. Okay. Then encorphosis is a repetitive passage of feces at an inappropriate time or place after bowel control or physiological possible. It is not due to the presence of any organic cause. This is called as a fecal incontinence. Encorphosis can be either primary, secondary. Primary, where the toilet training has not been achieved. Secondary type, where the encorphosis emerges after a period of fecal continence. Other disorders are oppositional defiant disorders, conduct disorders, separation anxiety disorders, childhood schizophrenia, PTSD in children, OCDs in childhood, depression in childhood, elective mutism, habit disorders. Opposite defiant disorders. What it is? Behave in a negativistic and defiant. Then disobedient and hostile ways towards authority figures. If this behavior is severe enough to interfere with the child's functioning and relationship with others, then the child may be ODD, oppositional deficient disorder. Diagnosis is a pattern that includes negativistic and dependent, disobedient, holistic behavior at last is 6 months and includes frequent occurrence of at least 4 of the following behavior, that is lost temper, argues with adults, actively defies deliberated, blames, is easily annoyed, is angry, and is spiteful or vindictive. These behavior causes clinically significant impairment in the social and academic or work related functioning. These behaviors do not occur exclusively as a part of psychic disorders or mood disorders. Criteria are not met for the conduct disorder or if 18 years or older. Conduct disorders is often more serious in their consequences than ODD because of violence of important societal norms. Disregard of the rights of the others. Persistent behavior includes aggressive actions that cause or threaten harm to people or animals. Non-aggressive conduct that causes property damage, major, defeatful or theft and serious rule violations. Diagnostic criteria: 3 or more of these behavioral criteria must be present in the last 12 months and at least one in the past 6 months. Aggression towards people, bullying, intimidation, use of weapons, physically cruelty, forced sexual activity, mugging, purse snatching, and aggressing towards animals. Then destruction of property including fire setting and other deliberated property destruction, deceitfulness, theft including breaking into a building or a car, then conning others to obtain goods, stealing items of value, serious rule violations including staying out at night without parents' permission before age of 13 years, running away from the home, school truancy before 13. These behaviors do not occur exclusively as part of psychic disorders or mood disorders. Criteria are not met for conduct disorders or if 18 years or older for antisocial personality disorder. Separation anxiety. Following up some of the most common symptoms of separation disorders: and unrealistic and lasting worries that something bad will happen to a parent or caregivers. And unrealistic and lasting worries that something bad will happen to the child if she or she leaves the caregiver. Refusal to go to school in order to stay with the caregiver. Refusal to go to sleep without caregiver. Being near or to sleep away from the home. Near of being alone. The nightmares about the being separated, bedwetting, complaints of physical symptoms such as headaches and stomachache and on school days. Repeated temper tantrums or pleading. Childhood schizophrenia is a severe brain disorder in which the children interpret really abnormally. Then signs and symptoms may vary, but they reflect an impaired ability to function. It occurs early in the life and has a profound impact on a child's behavior and development, and it requires a lifelong treatment. The earliest indications of childhood schizophrenia includes developmental problems such as language delay, late or unusual crawling, then late walking, other abnormal motor behavior, for example rocking, arm flapping. Then PTSD. PTSD lived to an event that could have caused someone else to kill or bloody hurt. Such events include sexual and physical abuse or other violent crimes. Then disasters such as floods, school shootings, car crashes, fires might also cause PTSD. Then other events that can be caused PTSD are war, friend suicide, or seeking violence in the area, daily. What is PTSD actually? Post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay, or PTSD is diagnosed after a person experiencing symptoms for a last of for at least 1 month following a traumatic event. The disorder characterized by three main types: re-experiencing the trauma through the intrusive, distressing recollection of the event, flashbacks, and nightmares; avoidance of places and people and activities that may be reminders of the trauma; and emotional numbness. Diagnosis criteria that apply especially to children and young adults exposed to actual and threatened deaths, serious injuries and sexual violence, direct experience, then witnesses the events as they occur to others, especially primary caregivers. Learning that the traumatic events occur to your parents or a caregiving figures. OCDs, obsessive compulsive disorders in childhood. Symptoms of childhood onset vary widely from the child to child. Some common obsessive experiences by the children and adolescents with the OCDs include exaggerated fears and contamination from contact with certain people or everyday items such as clothing, shoes, school bags, books. Excessive doubts that he or she not locked the door, shut the window, turned off the lights, or turned off the stove or other household appliances. Marked over concern with the appearance of homework assignments, excessive worry about the symmetrical arrangement of everyday objects such as shoelaces, school books, clothes, or food. Fear of accidentally harming a parent, sibling, or a friend. Then superstitious fears that sometimes bad will happen if seemingly unconnected behavior is done. Then OCDs in childhood continues. Some common compulsive experienced by the children and adolescents with the OCDs include compulsive washing, then bathing, showering, ritualized behavior in which the child needs to touch body parts or perform bodily movements in a specific order or a symmetric fashion. Specific and repetitive bedtime rituals that interferes with the normal sleep. Compulsive repeating of certain words or prayers to mention the bad things that don't occur. Compulsive reassurance seeking from parents or teachers about not having caused harm. Avoidance of situations in which they think something bad might occur. Then depression in childhood. The child sadness becomes persistent or if disturbed behavior that interferes with the normal social activity, interest, social work, or family life develops, it may indicate that he or she has a depressive illness. Then depression in the childhood, the signs and symptoms are changes in the appetite, changes in the sleep, continuous feeling of sadness, difficulty concentrating, fatigue, low energy, feeling of worthlessness and guilt, impaired thinking and concentration, increased sensitivity to rejection, irritability or anger, physical complaints such as stomachache or headache, then reduced ability to function during the events and activities at home, then social withdrawal, thoughts of death and suicide. Then selective mutism characterized by the marked emotionally determined selectivity in speaking, such that the child demonstrates a language competence in some situations but fails to speak in other situations. The disorder is usually associated with marked personality features involving social anxiety, withdrawal, sensitivity or resistance. Habit disorder. Habit disorder is a term used to describe the several related disorders linked by the presence of relatively stable and behavior that seems to occur beyond the awareness of the persons performing the behavior. As with the other disorders, these behavior causes impairment and results in the negative physical or social consequences. Habit disorders include thumb sucking and nail biting and painful eating. Thank you. That's all for the problems in children, that is psychiatric problems in children we discussed till now. Thank you.